The upper body contains many different muscle groups. It seems like a big task training all of the muscles of your upper body. But by simply incorporating 4 different movement patterns into your workouts, we are able to train the upper body in a balanced way. The 4 movement patterns we will discuss are horizontal pull, horizontal push, vertical push, and vertical pull. In today's video, I will walk you through these 4 movement patterns so you can train your upper body effectively. I will show you both gym and home workout options so that regardless of the gym situation in your current area, you can still train the upper body effectively. I will also show you a complete example upper body day that puts the principles we discuss in this video into practice. Let's dive straight into it by discussing a horizontal pull. With a horizontal pull, we are able to target the back and biceps effectively. Especially if we take a wide grip row in which your elbows are more flared, we mostly target the upper back region. The way you can look at it is that we use a horizontal pull to train for overall back thickness, because with a horizontal pull you mostly train upper back muscles like the rhomboids, traps, and rear delts. Training a horizontal pull is also beneficial for individuals with a rounded forward posture. Strengthening the upper back muscles can help pull your shoulders back. In terms of exercises to use, if you have gym access, barbell or wide grip rows are great options. For most people, I'd suggest barbell rows since the barbell row also incorporates your spinal erectors and core muscles into the lift. But if you experience any low back discomfort currently, doing cable rows makes more sense since there is less stress on the low back. Now, if you train at home with limited equipment, doing dumbbell bent over rows, banded rows, or inverted rows with your elbows flared are also great options. In the situation where you don't have any equipment, doing something like supine push-ups can still help you train the upper back effectively. Next, we focus on training the opposite movement pattern, which is a horizontal push. With this movement pattern, we target more the chest, triceps, and front deltoids. If you have an adjustable bench and some dumbbells, doing a dumbbell press is something I'd suggest if you think that one side of your chest is considerably stronger than the other. Since with dumbbells each arm works individually, you're able to effectively correct muscle imbalances. If overloading your chest with max weight is the goal and you have gym access, then doing the barbell bench press is a great option. Now, if you train at home and have limited equipment, then we can train a horizontal push effectively by using push-up variations. A 2017 study found that push-ups done at a high intensity level results in similar strength development as the barbell bench press. So if we make a push-up more challenging, for instance by adding a slight elevation, your chest and triceps get trained effectively. We can also perform banded push-ups or even push-ups with a backpack that's filled with heavy books can provide a good challenge. Another nice push-up variation to consider is the archer push-up. While you push from side to side, each arm has to lift a greater percentage of your own body weight, and there is a greater challenge for the chest. So now that we have trained horizontal push and pull movement patterns, it's time to transition to vertical movement patterns, starting with a vertical pull. While the horizontal pull focused more on upper back stimulation, with a vertical pull we focus more on training the lats. The biceps also get good stimulation out of a vertical pulling exercise. You may think that the biceps are just a secondary muscle group, but if we look at the research, we see that the biceps get a good amount of stimulation from pulling exercises. In a 2015 study, doing the lat pull down resulted in a similar amount of bicep muscle growth compared to doing barbell curls over a 10-week period. So your compound pull exercises definitely stimulate your back and biceps effectively. In a gym setting, we have 2 main options, a pull-up or lat pull-down. I would prefer a pull-up since your core is more involved with this movement, resulting in more muscles being challenged. But if you can't do pull-ups yet, a lat pull-down is a great alternative. Key with these variations is that we don't maintain a very wide grip. This will result in more upper back stimulation. We want a grip that's slightly outside of shoulder width so that we can place more emphasis on the lats. If you are able to do more than 10 pull-ups, then doing weighted pull-ups is a way you can take your back training to the next level. Now, about home training, it is tough to mimic a vertical movement pattern if you can't do pull-ups. But it is possible to do negative pull-ups if regular pull-ups are too much of a challenge now. You can also do banded one-arm pull-downs as an alternative if you have resistance bands. The last movement pattern we will discuss is a vertical push that focuses on training your shoulders and triceps. A nice thing about a vertical push is that we are also able to effectively train the serratus anterior. When you push the weight up and allow your scapula to elevate, the serratus anterior is responsible for stabilizing the shoulder and is trained as well. For most people, I would suggest incorporating a barbell overhead press variation so you can train the shoulders and triceps effectively while also incorporating your core into the movement. If you have access to only dumbbells or bands, a banded or dumbbell standing press are also great options. Now, if you train at home and don't have any equipment, doing something like a pike push-up is also a great option. A pike push-up can be made more challenging by elevating your feet. When you have a horizontal push and pull and a vertical push and pull, we basically have trained all the major muscle groups of your upper body. Even the core muscles have been stimulated during exercises like rows and overhead pressing. The 4 movement patterns discussed should be the bread and butter of your upper body workouts. For instance, your upper body workout could look something like this. With this example, you train the 4 movement patterns and then add 2 or 3 exercises that targets muscle group that you want to work on. For instance, say you want to work more on shoulder development. Even though we have a shoulder press, it can be beneficial to add side raises in which you focus more on targeting specifically the side deltoids. Or maybe you want to focus more on arms development, then you can add 2 arm exercises after these 4 major movement patterns. But by just incorporating the 4 movement patterns we discussed, you already are 80 to 90% there when it comes to effective upper body training. And that was all for today's video. I hope you found this video helpful and now have a better idea of how you can go about effective upper body training. If you found this video helpful, then leave me a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Also let me know if you want me to make a video about lower body training, discussing the movement patterns that are key for developing your legs. And I appreciate the support as always, and I'll see you in the next video.